So the Eton Manor guys have come here today. We're going to do some coaching sessions, build it up first of all with a rugby warm-up.
We started off looking at the boys' core skills, so looking at passing, catching, running abilities. We broke that down into some handling sessions where I was looking at the players. They tended to fade away from the ball, so we looked at straightening up their bodies when running and also passing on the move instead of stopping.
The forwards today are going to be joined by Jeb Sinclair and Richard Thorpe. We're really going to focus on protecting the ball in contact management, creating quick ball from a ruck or a maul, and getting that ball to the scrum half so we can play nice and quick, expansive rugby.
As he jumps, you throw it, yeah? So you're actually the trigger on this.
The one key training tip I would give to Eton Manor back row players is tackle, 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 and work rate.
The backs are going to be joined by Jonathan Joseph and Adrian Jarvis, currently first team players here. We're really lucky to have those guys because they're really good at getting the ball wide and also look at our footwork skills, which we're going to be focusing on with the backs today.
When they're going through their set piece moves, make sure each player knows what their job is, whether it's pulling a guy out or blocking someone off. Make sure they're accurate with their passing and their execution.
We looked at what the Eton Manor boys run on the weekends, and then we tweaked them slightly and gave them a few of the London Irish moves as well that they can hopefully try on the weekend and hopefully work for them.
Who bosses the gap? Front guy. Good D, very good D. There you go. I don't need you driving, I just want to see you setting it up.
You need to get the left hand covering more of the ball. We need to have an angle. So 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Okay, just pushing the ball away from your body, keeping what we spoke about earlier, nice ballerina leg, nice and straight, and coming through the ball.
It's important to vary the training over all three squads. You know, obviously you want some sort of consistency of theme in the training, but for guys that are doing it part-time, you need to keep them interested and you need to make it fun. So it's important that you have that element, and variation can help that. The game is still about being fit and getting around the park, so I think sometimes you worry too much about set plays. You just need to make sure you're in good condition to play the game.
Get used to monitoring yourself in training, so a modified version of what we did with you a few weeks ago, so measuring your body weight before and after exercise in minimal clothing, see what kind of losses you have after exercise. That gives you an idea of what to drink during exercise, but it also tells you what you should be drinking after exercise as well. So we found out that quite a lot of the guys turned up to exercise dehydrated, and there's quite a lot of evidence suggesting that turning up dehydrated, you're already putting your performance at risk. We suggest that they drink around 5 millilitres of fluid per kilogram of body mass. So for an 80 kilo guy, that would be around 400 ml of fluid in the hours leading up to exercise. The Gatorade, so the normal one, the one you're drinking during exercise, has got water to kind of make up for the losses that you lose through sweat. It's got sodium to kind of offset the sweat losses that you're having. So you're losing a lot of sodium in your sweat, so that will replace some of it. And then there's carbohydrate to refuel your muscles, because obviously in the repeated sprints you're using carbohydrate for fuel there. If we can nail key little points, we might be able to get you that extra edge out of your performance. It's good that they now have this data as a watch out, so they know that they need additional sodium throughout playing, either through a sports drink or some sort of additional sodium supplementation. But also they know how much fluid they generally lose in a hard session now, so hopefully they can replicate that on match days and try and keep them hydrated throughout.